Most likely, your passes look like this, and you have no idea why. You think maybe the problem is your technique, or maybe your teammates just don't understand you. But let me tell you, it's neither. Passing is not as simple as just kicking the ball to your friend. It's an art, and like any art, it has roots, fundamentals, and principles that you need to master. If you take the time to truly understand it, you'll start to see passing from a completely different perspective. You'll stop thinking, I just need to get the ball there. And instead, you'll see how to dictate the flow of the game, how to control space, and how to become the player everyone can trust with the ball. And let me tell you, once you learn this, you'll never look at passing the same way again. So if you're tired of your passes going nowhere or your teammates messing up every play, share this video with them. Trust me, next time they'll know exactly how to give you the perfect ball to score. Oh, and one more thing. On a scale from 1 to 10, how do you think your passing accuracy is? Be honest and let me know in the comments. Now, let's get into it. I want to have a different approach with you. I'm not here to just give you some drills to enhance your passing, because if you only do those, you won't be able to transfer the practice into a real match. Hitting a ball against a wall or aiming at a cone is not the same as facing moving players who are applying pressure on you. The reality of a game is far more dynamic and unpredictable. The first thing you need to do is unlearn your current way of thinking about passing. Most players see passing as just getting the ball from point A to point B, but that's a surface level understanding. It's deeper than that. Now I want you to focus on the 3 pillars of passing: spatial awareness, positioning, and timing. Before you even think about your technique, you need to master these 3 pillars, because right now, chances are you're relying solely on your eyesight for your passes. Think about it. You receive the ball, you lift your head, and then you pass to the safest option you see. That's reactive. To truly elevate your passing game, you need to be proactive. You need to know what's happening on the pitch before the ball even comes to you. And these 3 pillars are the foundation for that. So we need first to dissect these pillars and understand how they function in a real match environment. The first pillar, as we said, is spatial awareness, or what many call vision. Spatial awareness isn't something you can develop in day-to-day life. It's something you build through experience in games. And here's where most people get it wrong. When they try to be aware of their surroundings, they don't actually know what to be aware of. How can you notice the right things if you don't even know what to look for? The first step to mastering awareness is scanning the field, especially before a possible pass to you. But don't just scan aimlessly. This is a common mistake. To scan effectively, many pro footballers follow a system to process the right things at the right moment. I call it BOTS: ball, opposition, teammate, space. Here's how it works. Start by knowing where the ball is and what the player in possession wants to do with it. Then, make quick glances at the opposition to understand the positioning and movements. Next, locate your teammates and identify who's in a good position to receive or create space. Finally, look for space, a pocket where you can receive the ball without immediate pressure. This sequence ensures that you're aware of the key elements on the pitch at all times. Once you've mastered when, why, and what to scan, we go through our second pillar, the position. Positioning is not just where you are on the field, it's also your body shape and how you're facing your body in the game. Proper body orientation makes you control the ball more effectively and execute quicker passes. And this can only be mastered by studying pro footballers who play in your position. But don't just watch highlight reels. Those are for entertainment, not education. If you want to learn positioning, watch entire matches as an analyst, not as a fan. Observe how players move, where they position themselves in different phases of the game, and how they shape their bodies to receive and play the ball. Now, the last pillar, timing. Timing is everything. If you get it wrong, even the best technique won't save you. Timing is coordinating your movements and decisions with your teammates. So it's not something you can dictate yourself. It's something that comes through communication. shouting "man on" when a teammate is under pressure, calling for the ball, or guiding your teammates to move into space. All of these actions improve timing. If your teammates don't communicate enough, take the initiative. Talk to them. Encourage them to communicate more and coordinate movements. The better your team's communication, the better your timing will become. Not just for passing, but for moving into free spaces and creating opportunities. Master these 3 pillars and you won't just pass, you'll control the flow of the game. Now we start the second part of the video, the biomechanics and technique for passing the ball. Biomechanics are crucial for delivering the perfect pass. Everything starts with your preliminary phase. This phase lays the foundation for the rest of the motion. First, stand in an athletic stance. Your knees should be slightly bent and your body should feel relaxed but ready. Your head must face your target, let's call it point B, and both feet should point in the same direction as your head. Position your body at a 45-degree angle to the ball. Next is the backswing phase, where your movement begins. As you run toward the ball, focus on smooth, natural movements. Your feet will naturally alternate between plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. These subtle but important ankle movements help prepare your legs for the explosive motion to come. Meanwhile, your quadriceps and hamstrings work in harmony, extending and flexing to keep your stride controlled and powerful. At the same time, your arms swing slightly to help maintain balance. Pay attention to how your left foot lands. It should plant about 10 centimeters away from the ball. Planting too far or too close can lead to a loss of control or power. As your left foot lands, your arms naturally abduct. Move slightly away from your body to provide additional balance. Simultaneously, your right foot pulls back toward your glutes, fully plantar flexed. This backward motion stores potential energy, setting you up to unleash maximum velocity. This phase ends when your right foot is fully extended behind you and your body is supported entirely by your planted left foot. Now we move into the force production phase. This phase begins as your right foot swings forward. At this point, your focus should be razor sharp, locked on the ball. The spot where you make contact with the ball determines the direction and height of your pass. If you're aiming for the top right corner, for example, you'll want to strike below the center of the ball. Your left arm should point toward your target as your body begins to rotate. This might feel unnatural at first, but it's essential for balance. By counteracting your body's rotation, your left arm ensures that your motion remains stable and controlled. Meanwhile, your right hip begins to internally rotate, initiating the power chain that runs through your leg. Your thigh swings forward and downward, with the entire leg rotating internally. For maximum force and velocity, ensure that your right knee aligns just above the ball as your foot makes contact. This position allows you to transfer the maximum amount of energy into the ball. The phase concludes as your foot strikes the ball, sending it toward your target. At this point, your planted left leg absorbs the reactive forces generated by the kick, ensuring that your body remains stable. Now, you might be wondering, what should I do with all this boring stuff? Why even bother with it? Imagine this. You're doing a squat, but you have no clue which muscles it trains. You don't realize it's working your lower body and teaching you to brace your core. You're just going through the motions, lifting the weight up and down. Then there's someone else in the gym who knows exactly what muscles the squat targets. They understand how it activates their quads, hamstrings, glutes, and core. That person builds a powerful mind-muscle connection, focusing on how every part of their body contributes to the movement. Many studies show that this mental connection directly affects results. It leads to better muscle activation, faster growth, and improved technique. So who's going to see better results? The one who knows what their body is doing and why. The same applies to biomechanics in football. When you understand what your body is doing during a pass, how your foot positioning, hip rotation, and balance work together, you're no longer just kicking a ball. You're maximizing power, precision, and efficiency with every move. Now, there are a lot of techniques for passing the ball. Many of them you learn with experience, but I will take time to explain the two most commonly used techniques. For a short pass, use the inside of your foot. This creates a larger surface area to strike the ball, giving you more control. Lock your ankle by pulling your toes slightly up and inward. A loose ankle reduces power and accuracy. Strike the center or slightly below the center of the ball for a clean, controlled pass along the ground. For a long pass, use the instep laces of your foot for more power. Strike just below the center of the ball to create lift and spin. Follow through fully, extending your leg towards the target. Now we're in the last part, which is the practice part. Here we'll go over some drills, starting with individual work and then moving to partner exercises. First, grab a ball and find a wall. Stand at a comfortable distance based on what you want to practice. Spend 20 minutes kicking barefoot. Yes, barefoot. This helps you feel the ball better and improves your touch. Use both feet and experiment with creative techniques. Aim for specific spots on the wall to work on your precision. Next, take a step back. Now, focus on high, long passes. Hit the ball so it comes back to you, and when it does, control it cleanly. This drill sharpens both your passing and your first touch in one go. Finally, the most important drill, the one that gets you playing one-touch passes like a pro. You'll need the ball, the wall, and a couple of markers. Pass the ball against the wall, and when it rebounds, hit it directly to one of the markers in a single touch. This drill not only improves your one-touch ability, but also trains what's called the position pillar. If you have a partner, take it up a level, ask them to move behind you while you practice passing. This forces you to scan the field and react quickly, just like you would in a real game. And here's another great drill you can do with a partner. Practice different types of passes at varying distances. Start close for short, sharp passes. Focus on precision and speed. Then gradually increase the distance. Try low-driven passes, lofted balls, and even chipped passes. The variety challenges your technique and ensures you're prepared for any situation in a match. I hope you liked this video, and if you stayed till the end, congratulations. Remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with all your friends who are passionate about football, and join my free Discord community. Hit the protocol and take action.